Hi everyone,
Hi.
we're back. It's another article that we came across. We found very interesting. We hope you will too. Two groups, Aiden, Emily,
Hi.
and the article we saw is called "Why Online Dating May Be Killing Your Anonymity."
Yep, and this was found on the Daily Beast.
It's Daily Beast. Yeah,
Daily Beast.
you search far and wide for those. Anyway, it was really interesting. It talked about mentioned JD, Tinder, OkCupid, and it kind of really delved into different people's attitudes towards, hey, if I see somebody I know, I see a friend, exes, coworkers, and it really was like, it kind of like reminded me and you as well when we were dating. Usually use we usually use online dating. We used OkCupid to meet, and it was really interesting because you really get to meet people that probably wouldn't have came across in other means.
Yes, and you're also running into people that you went to summer camp with, you dated previously,
Oof.
and coworkers, maybe the new guy in the office, like especially if you're using like a GPS-based dating app like Tinder or Grindr.
Mm-hmm.
And it really just shows you how small the world is or how small the city is. Like living in New York City, I've run into so many people that have been in my past, and it's just like it's such a small world running into them. And it's like you're just bombarded constantly whenever you sign up for a new website or app, like people you might know. It's like, oh yeah, I do know that person. Do I want to really remember that person? No.
You don't know.
There was a point in the article where two girls were talking about their boyfriend. It was this guy that they each liked on separate profiles, and between all of the information that one had gathered and the other had gathered, they knew so much about this guy, and they didn't even Google him.
Or anything.
Nothing.
Like that. Just off the profiles.
So it's crazy what we're putting out there, and just, is it too much? And are we ever going to get to a point where we have some sort of privacy?
Well, I think privacy itself, like the term privacy, it's something that's evolving with how we use technology and how our daily lives are. And I think it's actually a different thing now than in the past. Because like maybe 10, 20 years ago, when you say private, you could be kind of off the grid, for lack of a better term. And now it's just you're out there, whether you realize, unless you take active steps, you're out there. So like just having a presence, you're out in a lot more ways than you think you are. So whereas Googling yourself would have been something that you wouldn't have probably thought of, now it's like, okay, it's more like, what are other people seeing? So it's not as narcissistic where it would have been in the past as it is now, to be like, okay, what is out there and what can I control? So if Facebook changes something, they make a lot more effort to say, hey, this is going to be public, this is going to be just your friends, this is going to be only you. And it's just something you have to take so much more care about. With dating profiles, online profiles in particular, it's interesting because like if you see a guy on the street that you saw on a dating profile and you immediately remember the first impression you got when you saw the profile, and that will come flooding back, and that will just kind of like color your world more. So in a way, you could kind of like start, whereas you might see somebody and not really think about them 2 seconds after you finish seeing them before. Now it's like, oh, that guy was on Tinder. Oh, that chick was on OkCupid. I've seen that face before. Maybe I might talk to her. Maybe I won't talk to her. Maybe I'll talk to him. Maybe I won't talk to him because of what you've seen before.
I personally find that I'm trying to pull away from certain social media sites. I'm gearing more towards like photos and
Instagram stuff.
Instagram and work, but like less Facebook and Twitter. I don't need for you to know what I'm doing all hours of the day. I don't take a photo of every meal I eat or every seashell I see. It's
Oh yeah.
yeah. I like to think that I'm pulling away and trying to, because I've had so many run-ins with people from my past, whether it be good or bad or uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and they might be in my past for a reason, and I'm trying to pull away like personal information, so in the future when I join websites that these faces might not pop up.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
might not be bad people, I just don't want to see them.
Because I remember you joined Venmo recently.
Yeah, I joined
That's the-
Venmo, and there was 4 or 5 faces of people that I dated like 3, 4, 5 years ago, and they're like, "Do you want to be? You might want to be this person's friend." No, I don't.
You don't. Hilarious.
We won't be exchanging money anytime soon.
So it's interesting that that came up because I saw in the same article they mentioned that OkCupid would be adding things in where you could connect to your Facebook account and it'll block people you already know on Facebook if you wanted to.
So your friends can't see your online dating profile.
Yeah.
See, I'd have less of a problem of my friends seeing my online profile because I'm not embarrassed by that. I think I would be a little more... It would be a little awkward for me to run into, like, an acquaintance at work
Mm-hmm.
on an online profile,
A coworker.
like a coworker.
Yeah.
Somebody who I'm not really close with yet, and it might just be a little weird to see them and to see what, like, their personal interests are. Like somebody you're not that close with.
Mm. I get you. That is interesting. I don't know. The thing I like most about online dating is that, like I said earlier, you get to meet people you wouldn't normally meet, and you just really cast a big net. And it's really, I consider it really efficient in terms of it being able to attract the people that you want to attract and repel the people you want to repel. And, you know, if you aren't, you could also make tweaks and be like, okay, it helps you like look at yourself more and say, what is it about my profile? What is it about what I'm projecting that's attracting these people to me?
And with the lack of anonymity, it's a lot easier to pick out the weirdos because you can find out more information on them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
So it's better than the blind date?
it is.
So it's a lot more to be said about online dating. I mean, technology is always evolving, and I'm sure we will revisit this topic in the future. But any comments or questions, you can just leave them in the description below. Contact us, reach out. Love to hear from you. Anyway, that's it for today, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.